Hi, welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. I'm Naturally Nitty, also known as Jessica, and this is episode 288.
And I'm Allena, also known as Starnits. If you are a first time watcher, welcome. If you're a returning watcher, thanks for coming back. Um, Today is June. Just kidding. It's July. It's July 26th. And this is our monthly podcast. Um, and I said that all out of order. So bear with us.
That's all right.
And you can find,
Um,
oh, I was going to say, you can find our show notes on the weasleysisters.wordpress.com. Just kidding. It's the Weasley Sisters podcast.wordpress.com. Oh my goodness. I need to like
so grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us. Or
yes.
spinning, if you're spinning like
Yeah.
me. Anyways, so do you have any mojo?
No.
I don't either. Moving on.
Works in progress. I'm sure we
Yes.
both have a million of those.
Um, I don't have any currently knitting or crochet whips. So, I mean, I have a boneyard shawl that's like on my purse, but I haven't actually worked on it since it's Tour de Fleece.
Um
So,
I
go ahead.
have my sockhead hat that I've been working on, or it's Bella's really, but I'm on the decreasing.
Yay. That's like a
And
couple of years old, right?
yeah. Well, it originally she was going to make it, and I was only
Okay.
supposed to knit the ribbing. And then she decided that I should just knit it all. So
Okay.
it was in hibernation, but it's like a good, like, busy people around knitting project because it's all
Right.
stockinette. Um, so it is alder fingering from Round Mountain Fibers yarn in the colorway Variable Neon Slug, just in case you're wondering. And I'm housing it in my new Fat Squirrel Fibers bag that I
Oh,
got
that's
at
fun.
this day.
Those are cool.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on. And then I also have um at SSK I took a class on mosaic crochet, and I'm using two different DK weight yarns for this. So this is what it turned out as.
Mhm.
And I think I'm going to I did buy the pattern that this um chart was in that we went over in our class. And I I think I'm gonna make it. It uses fingering weight, so I'm gonna like modify it a little bit and just use the DK weight yarn. And the yarn that I'm using is the West Yorkshire Spinner's Fleece, Blueface Leicester, and DK weight. And then and that's the teal one. And then the other one is Mitchell's Creation. Um, her colorway is Who Said the Unicorns Aren't Real. So West Yorkshire Spinners
Very cool.
and Mitchell's Creations.
Nice.
So, and sorry that it's like so washed out in here. It's raining outside, so it's a little crazy. But in the class, she gave us another chart to do um to like test our knowledge if we were paying attention kind of. Um and so I had started it, but I was using like her yarn, so I gave it back. And I think what I'm gonna do is get some cotton yarn and just do that swatch and make a washcloth.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my works in progress knitting and crochet wise. Everything else is hibernating or on hold.
Yeah. Okay. Spin.
So you spin me right round. Any spinning?
Yes. Lots and lots and lots of spinning because um, It's Tour de Fleece. Well, kind of still. It
Yeah.
was Tour de Fleece, and now the women's Tour de Fleece thing is going till the 30th. So I'm just pretending.
Well,
I
I
feel
don't
like
think you,
summer is my time to spin. So
well, and
that's
I
just
don't
what I'm
think you
doing.
need to pretend that Tour de Fleece is still going, because the women's race is just as important as men.
Oh,
So
right. Well, no, like in the years past, like I don't think I've ever, like I don't think people have said, "Oh, we're going through the women's." I don't know. I don't know.
I always just spun until forever.
Yeah. The only difference is I'm posting a lot more on Instagram, um, or like I used to. I guess I've just been like out of the loop, crafty wise, for the past year or so. So this summer I've been spinning a lot more. Anyways, okay. So it started out. I finished up um, this Navajo ply, Suffolk and Southdown, which I started spinning, I think, back in September when I went to the Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival with you. Um, this was some stuff that I cleaned and carded and did myself. It's I didn't even count yardage yet. It was too much. It's like it was quite full on my Starling XL, which fits at least 8 ounces. I fit more than that on. I think actually this is 10 ounces of fiber. So I haven't counted the yardage yet. But it's like it's a little more plump than a sock yarn, but I still figured I'd use it for socks because it's Southdown and Suffolk, and I feel like it would make a good, nice, durable, just basic sock. Or
Well, and the
five.
down breed, well, yeah, and the down breeds are supposed to be superwash naturally. I haven't
Yeah.
tested it out, but and they're like springy and hard wearing. So
It's okay, so it's super springy. So I'm gonna compare this to another. I have the same nitty natty, right? And I wind them all the same exact way. I'm gonna hold this with the same arm. Like, do you see how much shorter
yeah,
the white is compared to like that? It shrinks that much more. Plus, it's a end ply, so that does put a little more twist into it. But like, it's so springy and squishy.
yeah.
So I think it'll make a really good sock yarn. Um, who knows when I'll actually cast on for that? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's was the first thing I finished up. I think that was before um, Tour de Fleece started, but it got my mojo back for spinning during the summer, so I was happy to do it. And then I moved on to this, which let me look at my notes here. Um, oh yeah, which was from Southern Cross Fiber. It was a club fiberway. I was in that club for a while, and I still have some fiber left over from it. So I've kind of been making my way through that stash. But this is called Midnight Garden. And I think I actually spun one braid of it. Maybe back when our festivals that we were together at. I don't remember. Like I had like half of it spun. So I pulled out the other braid and spun it up and then just did a 2-ply. And yeah, this is what came. I also did not count this yardage because I just moved on to more spinning. That will be my homework this week to do.
To count it.
To count it and label. I made out labels, but I didn't write the yardage on for those yet. And then I pulled out some Knitty and Color. Let me see if I can pull up a picture. I posted this on Instagram, so if you follow me there, you'll have it. But Knitty and Color braids of Superwash Merino, I believe. That I had earmarked for a mashup. Let me show you a picture. That is such horrible lighting. Um, Basically, there's like a purpley braid, a blue and green braid, um, a blue, pink, and black or gray braid, and then a pink and black and white gray braid. That
Mhm.
I did half of them, and then and then the other half together in separate bobbins, and then I applied those two bobbins together. I'm going to show you the bobbins first before I show you the finished yarn, because I was like, it's always fun seeing what it is before it becomes the finished yarn. So here is the two bobbins. So one's like the green and the blues and purples, and the other one's the pinks and blacks and blues.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways,
I am paying attention. I forgot to update my thing.
that's fine. I apologize for this poor video quality. We are also having a gloomy day. I have lights on, but it's not pretty in here. I'm trying to see where
That turned out so fantastic, Jessica.
It really is. Pictures on Instagram are way better.
How many
I
wraps?
did count.
Oh, yay!
I didn't do wraps per inch. I never do that though.
But like, what weight do you think it is?
It's fingering.
Okay.
Maybe even like a light fingering. Like
Okay, cool.
It's there's some parts that are, I mean, like pretty. Like that's two different things. But it's so I got 1,596 yards out of 16 ounces of fiber because it was 4 braids.
That's awesome.
But yeah, just I really love how it turned out. I know I repeat sweaters, but I almost am thinking another recalibrate, because those are such easy sweaters to knit and they're fun to wear.
And they look great in hand spun.
Yeah, that's another reason. Like I was thinking of like trying to look through what I could get, and I can't really purchase pattern right now. So I was like, what do I have? And I'm like, I like that sweater. I have two. I have one that's way more big and slouchy, and then I have one that's a little more fitted and cropped. And then I was like, I can make this even like a different size. But great to wear like for work when I go back and stuff like that. So I think I might do that. I was just considering what to do the center panel. I could look through my other stash and see if I have like a gray or a black to do for the center panels. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
So I just
green.
had this crazy thought. If you did the center panel, but you did like you added a few extra and steeked it and then had like a cardigan.
Oh.
Like a wrap kind of shirt.
I hear what you're saying. Or I also have her modular show pattern I bought, and I haven't knit that yet. I don't know what the yardage requirements for that are. Maybe I'll search through and see.
Yeah, and I saw a couple.
Uh-oh, you're freezing up on me.
Of those at SSK, and they were amazing.
And they're like, you could wear them, like I could wear them to work at a school. And okay. Oh, you're frozen.
Sorry if we. I'm sorry. I think it is StreamYard.
Okay. Or the weather. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. I was happy. Now you're still not freezing. So yeah, I'm gonna contemplate more what to make with that, but I'm excited about that. And then I moved on to another Southern Cross club, which was this is As the World Spins. I had 2 braids of it. I had like the double dose club, so you got 2 4-ounce braids each time. So I just spun them end to end, which was really fun to do. And then I Navajo plied it. I guess I didn't count yardage on this one yet. Oh no, because I just washed it yesterday. But this is more like DK, almost worsted weight.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm not exactly sure what I will make with this. I don't know, but
I
it's
really like
nice.
that. Is that like a
It,
green and gray?
no, this lighting is horrible. It's like green. There's like olive greens. There's dark blue. There's like moss green, like a little bit of like a denim blue.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, greens. It's totally your colors. I mean,
I
I
know.
like greens too, but um, yeah, no, it's really pretty and spun up really nice. Um, then I grabbed out. I had another batch of braids of fiber that I had earmarked for another mashup from Hobbledehoy when she said she was stopping dyeing. I went and bought a bunch. So this is half of it. These are like I'll call them the blue braids, and then there was one orange,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was like purplies, which I'm in the middle of spinning now. I'll pull them out. Purple maroonies and I have like so I put half of the orange with this, and I'm just spinning them randomly, and then I'll do another bobbin of the same technique. I just split them up into a bunch of little bits and spin them, and then apply them together for another end. I can actually put this up and show you. I'm almost, I guess, done with this first.
That's very cool.
Um, First bobbin. Sorry, my head is a little out of it. I was sick over last, well, I don't know, last week. Which I'm on the mend. I'm totally on the mend, feeling better, but I still have a little like scratchy voice, and my brain's not there.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, so that's it for me. What about you, spinning wise?
Okay. So last year at SSK, if you remember, I got some fiber off of the give and take table and I started spinning it that last day of SSK. So I finished, I had that part finished. And so then on July 1st, when Tour de
Tour de
Fleece,
Fleece.
sorry,
It's all right.
started, I pulled that out and I started it. So it was four braids total, but two I finished it last year for Tour de Fleece, and then these two, or I didn't finish it for Tour de Fleece, but I finished it last year, and then I started the second braid. So they were Sun Valley Fibers and Desert Spring, and it was like a blue and yellow, and then there was like some red in there or pinkish. And then the other one that I mashed it with was a Zephyr Creek Farm colorway Muchness, which was like greens and blues. Let me see if I have a picture of the fiber. I'm sure I do. Because just to see the change of it, maybe I do. Anyway, I'm sure I have it on Instagram. So I finished it and I couldn't fit it all on one bobbin. So obviously there's two.
Mm-hmm.
And I got about 14 to 15 wraps per inch. And it matched this one.
Nice.
But I spun this one on the e-spinner and this one I spun on my other wheel. So one thing I've noticed with the e-spinner, I can get a finer gauge easier. And then on the wheel, I had to lace the flyer. So
Huh.
So this one I had laced the flyer, and this one I had just spun. So I got a total of, I think I wrote it down. Let me look. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes.
It's totally fine.
That's what I was editing. Sorry. I will look at my other notes. So it ended up being, the first one was 906 yards. So last year when I finished it, 906. This year I got 718
Nice.
yards. So I definitely, there's probably parts of this that is skinnier than that. So a total of 1624 out of 4 braids, so a pound of fiber.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to knit with this. So I should have had this written down, and I'm sorry. I'm going to knit the Summer Shandy top by Megan Williams. Let me make it bigger. Which is like,
Oh, that's cute.
yeah. So I figure it'd be a nice lightweight sweater.
Yeah.
That I wanted to knit with. Like I had spun with that top in mind. So there you go. So I finished that. So then I started. So at ZK, remember I taught some spinning classes and we did a mashup class and we just all traded fiber. So it was kind of like Jillian Moreno's fiber pool party that she does. So I started spinning that. And obviously I took it off my wheel because I was at SSK and I took a class with Jillian Moreno about spinning and just like getting different stuff. So I have that sample bobbin on the wheel right now. Like, but I'm gonna pull out the the card. So she gave us like a bunch of fiber to play with. I did the color and spinning class, and she gave us some like fiber cards to like just write, and that's how she keeps track. So she gave us a bunch of fiber. So what I did was I took the fiber and then I took what I spun and put it on the opposite side. You didn't have to do that. So she was just talking about like the color, like looking at the braid and how it's dyed, and then spinning it like a drafting it together as you spin.
Okay.
So then to get like a tweedy look of your fiber. So like this one is like that is what it turns out. It's like really cool. And then like this one was this one, and this one was this one, and this one, and this one, etc., right? So it was just a lot of fun, and just like playing with color as you're spinning it and drafting it with another color or with itself. Because a lot of times when we do mashup spinning, we spin the fiber, which she talked about that too. But you don't necessarily do it in the spinning part, like when you're drafting together. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoy her classes. So that was a lot of fun. So I did that. But also then I've been spinning. I didn't like finish that because it was just sampling. And then I have a bunch of fiber left. She said to practice and play with. Like, so that was cool. So then I had pulled out, because after I finished the mashup that I was doing, and I pulled out my CVM fleece that I had cleaned and processed. Sorry for the crinkles. The first one was 1.1 pound and 9 ounces. And then I had the other, like a couple of months ago, I had finished carding up the second half of that fleece. So it's 1 pound and 2.2 ounces, 1 pound and 2 ounces. Sorry. I started spinning that. So it's about 2.5 pounds of fiber.
Mhm.
So I'm spinning it on my electric eel wheel 6, and I have 1 bobbin, 2 bobbins, 3 bobbins, and I haven't decided if I want to do a 3-ply
You
or
sounded like the count.
well, and then
from
I'm
Sesame
working on the
Street.
4th bobbin. Let me pull it up. I'm working on the 4th bobbin, and like I said, I showed you that bag. I still have like probably a pound left to spin. Maybe not quite a pound. Um,
Do you have a plan
no,
for this?
I'm trying to decide if I want to do a 3-ply or 2-ply. So I'm spinning this long
What's the
draw-ish.
okay? What's the weight of it look like? Like
It's gonna be
I would. Here's a suggestion: just take and do a ply back of a 2-ply, and then
yeah.
also do one of a 3-ply or n-ply, and like cut them off and tie them off so you can see how thick they're gonna be, and then go from there. Because like I don't know, I don't knit too many things with like
2-ply.
bulky yarn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I'm hoping to get enough for a sweater quantity because it's that natural, beautiful like brown color.
Very classic.
But I don't generally like 2-plies for sweaters. So I'm probably gonna do a 3-ply. Yeah, like a true 3-ply. That's what it'll look like. So, but anyways, I'm doing like a semi long draw to catch the air in it, so it's like woolen instead of worsted. And I'm saying semi long draw because sometimes I forget. Like, and I just figured I wanted to get better at long draw, so I was like practicing with this whole fleece. And sometimes it's like modified, like I'll like spin, I'll like pull it forward and then just like release it and let it spin, and then I'll pull it forward and release it because sometimes I don't have the space to actually long draw. But then sometimes you get in the groove and you can actually long draw. So yeah. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Cool.
But that's all my spinning. I didn't get quite as much spinning as you did done. So yeah. But I've also been like traveling a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, gone
And
lots of places.
sewing a lot. So anyways, okay, let me get my phone and see what's next. So we have weaving. I haven't done any weaving. Binging.
Yeah, we've been watching SWAT. We actually finished 5 seasons of it
Wow,
this
that is.
summer. I know. Let me go down.
Is it good? Should I check it out?
It's like a cop drama. Like it's good.
Okay.
Truby likes it so much that he started over, and I'm like, I'm not watching it with you a second time. But like the one thing I will say, it's a little more clean than some shows. Like I don't mind him watching it. Like there's not like super like sex scenes or anything in it. So I think it's like a nice, I don't know, a nice show that way. And then I've been listening to some audiobooks. I think I went off kind of like the crime drama thing that SWAT was, and I've just listened to some random ones from Libby, like suspense mystery type things. I don't even know what they're called. I'm trying to think. I just finished one. I don't even know. That was called A Trace of Guilt or something like that. I don't know. It's just kind of whatever.
Are
Something
they
different.
like in a series or they're standalone?
No, they're just like random. I don't know. I just like was not going to rewatch some shows and stuff. So I was like, I'm going to sit here and spin and hang out with the family, but not hang out with the family.
Yeah.
but yeah, um, that's kind of it. I'm not really binging too much. Anything interesting or fun?
So I've got to look at my list because I put them all in there. I
I
have
should
been
start to do
binging.
that.
So I binged watched. I'm like watching Vikings. I'm on like the
Okay.
third or fourth season now. And then the show called I just started the other day. The show called The Crown, not The Crown. Joe Pickett on Paramount Plus.
Hmm.
It's pretty interesting. It's about like this game warden guy in Montana, and his family, and it's so interesting. And it's based on a book. Did you watch it?
No, I just realized I said I something else I started watching binging was iZombie, um, which is a
Oh,
classic. Not classic, but I had watched it before, so I'm like rewatching through that sometimes when I'm all by my lonesome.
that's cool.
Hmm.
You had
It
said you were
is.
going to start that last time, I think.
Yeah.
So I finally finished reading this book called Shadow Beast that I got as an early reader copy on Library Thing, and then I reviewed it. And then I read through. Remember, I was reading Jane Frost. Well, I finished the third book and I read through the fifth book, and I'm on the sixth book now. Like it's like a light, fluffy read. So I use it in between books when I need like
Okay.
a palate cleanser.
Okay.
Um, because I also read Will Trent 1, which is called Triptych by Karen Slaughter, and it was so dark because I loved the show, but that book was dark, and I can see why they changed the parts that they did for the show, because it was very dark. Anyway, so I needed to listen to some Jane Frost in between.
What's the show?
It's called Will Trent. It's
Oh,
on ABC or CBS or something like that. I think I watched it on Hulu.
hmm.
Um, and then I read this book called Nearly Departed in Deadwood, and it was like a start of a series, and I was not impressed with it. Like some of the stuff was just weird. Like she was a single mom and she had twins, and she was a realtor, and she was so worried. There's like girls were going missing, and she was so worried about her daughter going missing, but she didn't do anything about it. And it kind of pissed me off. She would be like talking about how worried she was, but then she would just not do it and see your daughter riding her bike around town and not like, you know what I mean? And she was like,
Make
not.
a
I'm guessing it was like older, written in older times, but she had a cell phone, so I don't know. Um,
hmm.
anyway, not the daughter, she the adult. So there was like things in there that was like weird. And then there's of course like the love interest. There was two, and one her best friend liked, and of course that's the one she liked too. I don't know. It just kind of pissed me off. So I would not recommend reading that. Anyways, but then I read Real Men Knit
Hmm.
by Kawana Jackson, and it was so good. Um, it was a little hard because it's dealing with like their mom dying, and so that was super hard. And so I like could totally relate. And then it was like picking up the pieces after their like this amazing woman who owned a knitting store died, and like what they were doing. It was like four boys. They weren't boys, they were
Oh.
men. They're like in their late 20s or early 30s. And then there was a girl, you know, it was like it was really good. I liked it. And then so I would recommend Real Men Knit. So I finished that, but then I'm currently reading um like I said, Jane Frost 6, and I'm still, and then I started a book called Dragon Keeper by Robin Hobb. It's like she has this like whole series in like this world she's created, but then that you can read, like I read the Assassin Apprentice or whatever it's called, which is the first in um the actual series, but this is like in that same world, but it's like you can read the series portions by themselves. So I started this one because it was like Dragon Keeper. It's pretty interesting, actually. Um, and she's like really good at world building. And I mean, her books are a little like slow, but only in the sense of they're like kind of like epic. So like if you're reading like Lord of the Rings, you know, where it's like world building and just kind of slow that way.
Right.
But it's pretty good. So that's what I'm reading. But I wanted to tell you about this new app I got, and I'm not being paid for this at all, but I just was told about it. It's called Storygraph. Have you heard of it?
No.
A lot of people use it, and you can like upload your Goodreads file into there, but it then like takes your readings and gives you stats. Let me find it for 2023, and then it gives you pie graphs. Isn't that cool? So it tells me like the brown, it means mysterious. So I've read a lot of mysterious books. And then the green is adventurous and the pink is lighthearted. You know, so it's like, and then the black in this picture is dark. So it just like
So
shows
it tells you what you like
what kind of moods you read. And then it shows you your pace. There's a pie graph for your pace. So obviously I read pretty fast. So that, and then it does like a page number one too, like the typical books. And then it tells you I mainly read nonfiction. I mean, fiction.
mainly meaning always.
Yeah.
That's funny, but then you have to like record it. The thing with me is like I'll read through things and don't like I don't do anything with it. I just like
so like it's just like if you have the app on your phone though, then when you start reading the book, you can put it in there and then say when you finish. Which I already do with Goodreads. I like rate them and stuff. So yeah, but then it also has like this kind of thing and tells me what genres. It's just really cool. And then you can do, it also has like, I added a few friends. So I'm in the show notes. I'm going to link to my profile. I have 2 friends now because I got it from from them at SSK. So I added them, but, you can do a buddy read where you put like, we're both going to read this book and then you read it together kind of. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
But the reason I got it was because they have these recommendations. Okay, I keep showing the wrong side. So it's like recommendations. And everyone who had, the people I was talking with who had this app said they the recommendations are like spot on. Like you fill out like a little questionnaire and say what like you like, and then they recommend books. And they said that they've read a couple of the books that they recommended and they're like really worth it. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Because I know like Audible will recommend books or even Goodreads will recommend books, and I'm like, no. So yeah, because I filled out the thing and I could say like not young adult, not middle grade fiction. I want adults in my books and stuff like that. So that's a new app. I'll link to it in the show notes. And you can find those on the Weasley Sisters podcast.wordpress.com. And we also have linked below our website. But they won't be up till after we're done recording. So yeah. Okay, so now we're on to like random randomness. And I have a lot to talk about. So if you want, I can go first, or you can, and then you can go.
I say I don't have much. I mean, we've kind of been well, I guess we went to Life Fest. Well, we went to family camp first, which was with you over the 4th of July. And that was lots and lots of fun. A little bit short, but still fun. And we had to cut it short because we were already going to Life Fest, which is like a music festival. But I had to come home and like make all the food and then pack everything up. And it was kind of chaotic and crazy. But the time there was fun. It was just exhausting after we came back from like being gone a whole week of being outside, like not home. So then we were like recouping. And then our church does this Wisen Up. It's like a VBS thing. But it's also like super messy and like supercharged. Like they go like um I don't know. It just they use
It's like
food
a
and
lot of
chickens.
activities, right?
It's like crazy. I was in with the little people this year because I didn't sign up in time. So I was just helping inside, so I didn't get messy, which is actually a nice thing. um, but it's just a lot, you know. So like we're kind of recouping from that, and like at the tail end of that, I got sick. Um, well, the girls did, and then I did, and Truman. Like we're all like I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. Um, but I'm on the tail end of it. Like I'm feeling loads better, but I've just been kind of laying low. But like I don't know, driving the kids back and forth from work, and I don't know, like summer's not busy, but it's like almost over, and I'm feeling very, I don't know, like it's almost over, and I'm like already missing it before it's gone. Um, but yeah, that's how our summer's going. Let's see. The garden's going well. I've gotten lots of zucchini and squash and cucumber so far. No tomatoes yet. We have a lot of tomatoes, but they just haven't ripened yet.
I have 2 red tomatoes. I was gonna pick them today,
Ooh.
but it is pouring outside.
Though I didn't check yesterday. I should. I kind of wander back there, but I haven't seen any red like peeking through. But I'm hoping that'll happen soon.
I just have 1 pot of tomatoes and 1 pot of cucumbers, and there's one like little fat cucumber that's growing. So
Well,
that's
maybe I
exciting.
can bring some this weekend. Ours are like the English long cucumbers. They're like a foot long, and they're
Oh
so
yeah,
yummy.
yeah. I love cucumbers. So I have so I of course was at family camp too, and then we had Bella's graduation party, which actually
Oh yeah, that
better
was
than
fun.
I thought. Um, and then I got an in the midst of all that, I got the new ply, which is place. Um,
My subscription ran out and I didn't re-up it.
this is actually I think because you were talking about applying back, and there's an article in here by JC Boggs about the best place to do apply back, which I thought was kind of cool. I haven't actually
That's
read
cool.
it. I just kind of skimmed through, but that will help me as I decide what I want to um, do. Which I do actually. I already decided I'm going to do a 3-ply because I want a sweater. Anyways, so yeah, so we did that, and then um, all of that, I went to SSK, and I'm going to show you all the cool things. I already showed you the bag that I traded Amy Beth of the Fat Squirrel for. She got a mini rope ball. She had some really cool prints, and she actually ended up being my roommate, which at SSK it's not really a roommate; it's like a suite mate because you share a bathroom and that's it.
Okay,
So this was the shirt for the
that's cool.
year 10,
Like the
and
back.
also got a coffee like a coffee mug that keeps your coffee so hot. It's amazing. And this is the bag for it. And then I got the fiber, and this was the fiber by Into the World. It's called Conjubilant, and it's on gray Corriedale. It's like
Nice.
I'm like showing you, and it's not even in the. So it's like autumn toned, I would say.
Yeah,
Um, so that
for
was
sure.
nice. And then I think that it was string theory for the self striping yarn because this was like the year of the self striping. We also got
Okay.
a keychain measuring
Oh,
tape,
cool.
and then inside was a little bag, and in there was a bunch of stuff. So like you get tickets for um, like the giveaways and stuff. We got a sticker from uh, what's the name? There was a vendor there that gave them out, and she has all these sheep, and it's like, "Oh, Eunice," that's what it says if you can't see. And
I
we
see.
got a little keychain. And then Twin Mountain Handcrafts, which if you play the House Cup and you've played it for a while, or you haven't played it, you don't play it now, but you played it a long time ago. Lark Yarn is the one. She was in Hufflepuff. Her and her partner started this Twin Mountain Handcrafts, and so this was in the thing. So it's like, oops, which way do I go? Okay, so it's like a key ring, but then you put your removable stitch markers on there, and this is a
That's cute.
Guitar. Sorry, I could not think of the word. But it like organizes your stitch markers. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's a cute idea.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was one of the goodies.
Does she still play in the House Cup?
We also got from Bliss Yarns some stitch markers and like a coupon, which I didn't actually go to Bliss Yarn. I just didn't have time. And then we also got from House of Yarn stitch stoppers, but cowboy boots and a hat, which I thought was actually pretty funny. And then we also got stitch markers and needles, which you always need needles, right? Especially the bent tip needles. We got these wonderful crochet hook fixer keychains. So that's cool. Like it's like a perfect little thing. And we also got these amazing scissors.
Pretty.
And they're shaped like a guitar. And they're like super sharp. And they're held in this cute little thing. Anyway, yeah. So that is the goodie bag, minus the extra mug that I got. So that's what you get when you like check in. Oh, and then inside there was the scratch off ticket, and some people get extra tickets. Some people got money for like SSK bucks to use in the market. I got to pick from the treasure box, which was just a box of things that either Laura or Leslie made. And this one Leslie made. And it's like, I have to put all my stuff in it. So it's got like a measuring tape, obviously. And then you open it up. I'm sure you've seen it on Hunter Hammerson's Instagram, but like you put all your stuff in it.
That's cool.
It's so cool. Anyway, that's what I picked. Okay. Yeah. Oh, did I just go out? I don't know.
For half a second.
So that was my giveaway. Showed you the project I was working on. So I'm going to show you all the stuff. So on the give and take table, someone had put these hand woven magazines. So I grabbed a couple because I have a loom, right? Mm-hmm. So I grabbed a couple and I was excited for that. So I'm going to put it with my looms. They're like older. And then someone had put this shawl on the give and take table. And I actually picked it up, and I'm not sure if I will finish the shawl or rip it out and start something else, but I just picked it up. It's like super soft yarn. I'm not sure what kind of yarn it is. The Sharon Show by Casapinka Barocco Quecha yarn. So, yeah. I picked that up. Like, that's what I like about the give and take thing. I need to go through my stuff, I think, and get stuff ready for the give and take. And I also got this yarn. So this cool yarn, it is To the Max Yarn Company, Zebra Fingering Weight. And then I picked up this one. uh Frolicking Feet. Oh, Done Roving Yarns, I think is what it's called. Wait, I keep going the wrong way. Sorry, guys. And this one was Cloverleaf. So I had to grab that one. It's like a brighter green than it's showing up on the screen right now. So those were like my free give and takes stuff, give and take table stuff. Oh, I also got a huge bag of undyed silk noil. Like, and by huge, I mean like this big. So then market day, I bought or traded for this hip strings. I bought this one, and it's 8 ounces of tarji, tussa silk, and bamboo. And the colorways is called We've Been Trying to Reach You About Your Car's Extended Warranty.
That's great.
Awesome. Oh,
I
it's
love
not showing
Tarji.
me. Is it showing? Okay.
You froze for half a second.
Well, it's like really pretty.
That's gorgeous.
And I am apologizing for this stuff because I don't know what's up with this. I don't know if it's StreamYard or the internet because I'm fully connected. And anyways. So I also got from Woolens and Nosh, because this was like the year of the self-striping. There was like 5 self-striping dye airs. This colorway is Snow Day. It's Tarji fingering. But isn't that beautiful? It's like greens and blues and white striping, and then the pinks for the heels and toes.
That's fun.
So that's pretty. And then from Another Crafty Girl at this beautiful sparkly green twinkle sock in the lightning strike. It's her Zelda color, one of her Zelda dress. So, and again, I'm apologizing. So the colorway is a lot brighter. It's getting totally washed out on the screen. Yeah, but it's like beautiful. I'll try to take a picture of everything and put it on Instagram to show you guys. But then from Twin Mountain Handcrafts, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, you guys. From Twin Mountain Handcrafts, I got some of their shawl sandwiches. So I got this one. So it's like a thing that you screw on and it holds your shawl in place.
Nice.
And then I got this one, and it's like pinks and grays and teals speckled. So I got like a bright one and a neutral one, and then I got some of these
Very cool.
coffee stitch markers, but I think I'm going to use them as earrings because they're the earring ones.
They're cute.
So there's that. Okay. That's not all. From String Theory, this mystery markers box, and I haven't opened it. I think I'm gonna do like a video on Instagram for it, like on opening it, but it comes with like all these stitch markers.
That's fun.
Unwrapped thing. And then this 3D printed stitch marker box, holder box. So what's really cool is they have it like, it's like magnetized. And so let me see. So, and you push it just slightly up and so it closes like, and it's not going to open,
Nice.
but it's like 3D printed and it's super cool. And they make a bunch of these boxes. So I think I'll do like an unboxing video or something on Instagram.
Fun.
Okay, so then there's more. I'm sorry, you guys. They have giveaways, and you get tickets that you can do win prizes. So I put my ticket, a few. I won this, the colors I got. So, oh, it's the poppy colorway. But I got these cool earrings from Oink Pigments. And then I also won this yarn kit pack, but I don't remember putting my name in this one. So I think I put my name in the wrong bag, but I still won it. So it's like a yarn from Yarn Cafe. So this is like a full skein of brown, and then all these mini skeins. All these colorways.
That's really pretty.
Let me see what this says. Cozy autumn set. So Yarn Cafe, and like that's the colors. So, and then I think it's for a shawl that they want you to knit with it, but I think I might pick a different shawl or something to knit with it. I don't know. I haven't seen. It's always exciting to get free things.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, Prinkles, everyone. And then one of my friends, Ashley, won this bag, which I had been trying to win too. And then she decided she won a bunch. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry that the things keep going in and out. Let me see. Do I go this way? Yeah. So it's like cool. It has like pockets, and this. So, and it's like one of those. I don't make bags like these, so I thought it would be cool to see what they were like. So, anyways, that's all the things. I told you I had a lot, and I am sorry that the out.
Yeah, it's doing it a
With
lot
that,
more now
I'm
than it
going
was in
to
the
say
beginning.
goodbye, and we'll see you next month, and hopefully it works better. Yeah. So hopefully it works better, and we will see you guys next month. Bye.
Bye.